Guys, I am about to ride Fairland. Here I am. It is boiling out, and this is the first time ridden in several, I guess in a week and a half, because I hurt my foot. So I'm going to go out and just do a short ride. It is really hot, so make sure you drink plenty of water. And check this out, I just got tinting for the pre-eye, and you can see now you can kind of leave the car out. They'll be a lot cooler when you are parked. I parked in the shade. There's hardly any shade here in Fairland, but I did manage to find this really nice tree, and I like it. You know, it's a 20% tint on the Prius, but it's a pretty good system, because you know, one of the things I'm trying to do is go to different places and ride bikes. And the cool thing about the Prius is that you can turn this into a very inexpensive camper. So it's like a poor man's RV. The seats fold really flat, so you can very much use this as a camping system, like glamping. And I plan on doing some rides out onto the George Washington National Forest, and I plan on taking it and just ride the mountain bike and even take my regular motorcycle. So stay tuned, I will be doing some of those rides, but I do like the tint on the Prius. I think it looks great. The way I carry my bike might be a little bit different than most mountain bikers. I'm not really a mountain biker, I'm kind of like a crappy one, but I use like a cargo rack, and I just strap it in, kind of like what you do for I guess a motorcycle, you know, using the handlebars, kind of compress the forks a bit. But I seem to have no issues with it. It seems to be a pretty good setup. So let's go ahead and hit the trails here in Fairland. These cars get here. Seems like every time I go through here, I find different cars. It's just kind of funny. This is an old car. What is this? So the Viper Trail is pretty interesting. I think it's one of the easier ones here. It's just very twisty, but it doesn't have these punchy hills. When you're a noob like me, the punchy hills are difficult. So this is the paved trail coming up, crosses over. Fairland is known to be an easy trail to ride. Very easy trail to ride. There's a section up the road to the power lines, and you can do that too in addition to this, but I don't think a lot of bicyclists go there. It's more for dirt riders on motorized bikes. Oh, almost. You know, it took me a while to figure out how to connect the Viper Trail to the Crow's Trail. And this is it. This is the Crow Trail, and it's pretty long, and it goes off into other sections. That's good, I didn't drop it. So this part actually goes into Green Castle. Oh man, picked the hardest line there. This is going to be difficult. I never make it. Almost. This is the furthest I've gotten. Holy Loop Trail. It's a pretty decent loop. A lot of it is uphill. There we go. We're gonna go on the left here, and up here I believe there's the Silverton Trail, and that's a pretty long trail as well. It's a decent trail. It's mostly uphill. All right, we're on our way on Silverton Trail. The creek is down there. And the other day I was actually on Fairland and I crashed here. And there was a guy right about here that saw me crash. Quite embarrassing. So I crashed right here in this corner, going up the opposite way. Right over here on these rocks. You see how rocky it is? I just hit one of those. Look at this nice creek. Ooh. All right, so this is the other creek that we're gonna cross. It's a lot easier to cross than the other one. It's a little wet, so just kind of downshift. Oh, good, I didn't fall. Almost though. We're gonna stop at the end of this trail, turn around. That mountain biker said, watch out. But am I the only one that's guilty here for being on the trail? Because he was charging down. Does he not have as much fault as I do if we were to collide? Kind of weird because, you know, the trails are so narrow. A question to you guys: if I'm riding in a trail like this and I'm going downhill, and then there's a guy like me coming up the hill, I mean, who has the right of way? These trails are so narrow. It's like I was going, but the guy was going so fast, but he did kind of yell out, watch out. And I wonder if he was blaming me. Maybe not. Maybe I'm looking into it a little bit too much, but I do wonder what the rules are of mountain biking. Man, because does the person going down have the right of way? It seems like technically both people are at the fault if they were to collide, but it seems like the person going downhill has the right of way because they have the higher momentum. I don't know, post in the comments below. I'd be curious because, you know, this is all new to me. So this is where I almost collided with the guy. This is the Holy Loop Trail. Alright guys, at this point we're just heading down the Holy Loop Trail, and we've done the Silverton, and you know, Fairland is pretty small, so we came this way. So that's the way you go to the Silverwood Trail, and then I believe up there you also turn left to the Silverwood Trail. I always smell weed around here. How's it going? Let's see what we got here. 9.2 miles, 6.7 miles per hour, an hour, 22 minutes. That's not bad. So that's pretty good. And there we go. That's Fairland Park. Pretty decent. It's not wet at all. I was thinking it might be wet, but I guess Fairland does dry out really quickly. Like in a day, seems like it would be dry. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.